before we got on, you guys were talking about how in 1983, I guess that's the year Dinesh graduated college, I believe, and that's the year I was born. So I was born in 1983. Dinesh basically went into Conservatism Inc. in 1983. And he had something, that was real. Like Dinesh had a real platform. I mean, worked for a presidential administration, was in the game in a time where it wasn't like today. It wasn't like everyone had a platform. It really meant something to be a part of Conservatism Inc. And obviously, you had a profoundly important goal, which was what? To conserve the best parts of America. Now, juxtapose that to me, I really started blowing up in 2020. I mean, I had been around for a little bit, but my audience started really growing in 2020. And one might ask themselves, what had been conserved? What had been conserved by the time we got to 2020? Well, was it the Constitution? Was it the Bill of Rights? No, we shredded those long ago. Was it Christianity? The country was more atheist and secular and tribal and divided than ever before. The country wasn't nothing. The cultural dynamics, the racial dynamics, the economic dynamics. By the time I came around, this is how much had been conserved. The debate was over whether my 4-year-old boy ought to be turned into a girl. That's what I inherited. That's how good you guys did. But what I did also inherit was $39 trillion in debt and an ocean fill of the blood of innocent people. That's what we inherited. And I see Dinesh D'Souza coming back around now, almost trying to gatekeep. I saw Dinesh on an interview, and he said, the problem is we used to have an Irving Kristol, and we used to have a William Buckley, and they would decide who's allowed in and who's allowed out. But now we don't have anyone that can say Tucker's not allowed in, and Candace isn't allowed in, and Nick Fuentes isn't allowed in. But the thing is that, you guys blew it. You guys completely blew it. Honestly, Dinesh, and I mean this, I like you. As a dude, I really like you. And I've actually enjoyed a lot of your work. I've learned things from you. I think you're a brilliant guy. But for you to come out, I mean, I'm sorry, after supporting the war in Iraq, I think you should leave this game. I don't think you should be giving your opinions anymore about a war that you're supporting. I just think that's anyone messes up that bad in any field, you got to leave and go find a different field. But so the fact that you're coming around and saying Candace is wrong and Tucker's wrong, honestly, with respect, I think it's time for you to sit down and understand that we're here now. We're leading this movement now. And we've had more cultural victories in the last 5 years than you guys put on the board in 30. Before we got on, you guys were talking about how in 1983, I guess that's the year Dinesh graduated college, I believe, and that's the year I was born. So I was born in 1983. Dinesh basically went into Conservatism Inc. in 1983. And he had something, that was real. Dinesh had a real platform. I mean, worked for a presidential administration, was in the game in a